It's winters and many of you ask how to make a body butter. I don't have that specific butter. Can we make body butters without the butters? Yes. The answer is yes. You can make body butters without the butters. Although they won't be considered as body butters, but yeah, the texture, the feel and the consistency of the product would be same as body butters. And here's an example of how to do that. So this is made out of beeswax and some coconut oil. You could use any other oil, but yeah, I have used beeswax and coconut oil to make this lovely creation. So yes, the answer is you can use or make body butters without body butters. So let's get making. Hi, so to begin with, we really require only 3 ingredients: coconut oil, beeswax and cornstarch. I'm not using arrowroot powder, I'm using cornstarch. And moving forward to the first step, all we need to do is chop this beeswax. If you have the pallets, then it's fine. I don't have the pallets, I have these chunks and they're really difficult to melt down. Therefore, I'm going to chop them into very fine pieces. Once they are chopped properly, so as you can see, I was having a big chunk, but I have divided them into small chunks or cubes. So this is all because so that I can melt it easily. So since we are not going to use any butter in this formulation, this is a very unique body butter recipe without any natural butter. So we are using coconut oil and beeswax. That's all. If you want, you can use carnauba wax as well, but I like to use beeswax and some cornstarch. So all you need to do is double boil it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my coconut oil, add my chunks to it, and I'm going to put them on a double boiler. Before putting them on a double boiler, I'm going to add a foil on the top because I don't want anything to fall in, and this also speeds up the process. So this is my oil and wax and I'm going to double boil them. Okay, so now our wax and oil are melted together. I'm going to do something different today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add my color in this stage and I will allow it to get to trace. So I was thinking of making a pink formulation. Since we are using wax, so it will go to trace very quickly. So I'll be adding some pink skin safe mica, and always use skin safe pigments. And I'm going to stir it. So what will happen when I will stir it? Generally what happens when you add mica to a oil or something like this, it starts settling in the bottom. But here it won't happen if you keep on stirring. And we are also supposed to cool it. So I'm just going to stir. This will allow it to come to room temperature and re-solidify, or you can just leave it like this and allow it to re-solidify. So I think this much of stirring was good enough. You can see that it has started thickening a bit. So I'm going to leave it for 5-10 minutes, allow it to cool, and then we'll whip. Take it from sides. Can you see this soft peakish texture? This is what you want. I'm gonna whip it for some more time to trap more air. The more you whip, the more fluffy it would be. I just love this baby pinkish color. So we have reached that piping texture. You can pipe it in your favorite containers. So I'm gonna keep mine in a mason jar. I'm gonna keep mine in a mason jar. Let me show you how to pipe it. If you want, you can add any fragrance to it. I'm going to pipe it in two different colors. So the first one is this pink, the other one is blue. Isn't it a nice bubblegum theme body butter? If you want, you could still whip it a bit more. That's completely up to you. And then very carefully I'm gonna lift this thing out. I've already taped it because majority of the times I have this tendency to burst my piping bags. Then with a steady hand I'm going to add my first swirl like this. I kind of like my first swirl to be a bit big because otherwise what happens, this area is generally empty in many of the pipings. Post that, I'm gonna swirl it sideways like this. Can you see the swirl? Let me zoom my camera a bit so that you can get a better understanding. I think this is better. Hope the piping is visible. Like very soft and mild swirls. That's how I like mine. And you can, tap it a bit. Although there's no space left anywhere, but yeah. So this is my wonderful and lovely piped and scented bubblegum body butter. For some usage demonstration. I'm going to take some from the top. I just beat it a bit, okay, and apply it on my hand. Oh, it's not sticky at all. That's amazing. It's actually very nice. This will help hydrate your skin very nicely. So yeah, do check it out and let me know how do you like it, and if you make it, let me know in the comment section if you have any queries, and do share me the pics once you make it yourself. So yeah, this is a really nice creation and formulation. Do check it out.